fine.
I'm joining the Brotherhood.
I have been fully compliant with your questioning. Threats are not required.
With everything you've done, you're lucky I'm only threatening you right now.
Please, this argument is getting us nowhere.
Old world science solved a lot of problems back in the day. But look what else it brought. Glad we guard our tech closely.
Initiate, you've come at the right time. We've been talking to Dr. Blackburn and going over Scribe Valdez's report on what you found in Vault 96.
This smug monster is practically bragging about torture and unleashing horrors on the world. And Romani is treating him with kid gloves.
I am not bragging. What I have done was necessary. I take no pride in those terrible acts. I will have to live with the shame of them forever. That weight does not, however, diminish that the ends were worth the means. You will learn that soon enough. My colleagues will see that our creation, a vast improvement on the FEV, is distributed shortly.
Do you see the arrogance, the self-justification? We should end him and be done with it. And what jury wouldn't find this man guilty? You saw what he did with your own eyes.
Preventing Dr. Blackburn's associates from taking this horror any further must be our priority. And we may need the doctor to convince them.
My colleagues have a facility better suited to final testing and mass production of the virus. As we speak, they are preparing for its release into the air and water of Appalachia. Once dispersed, it will enter the precipitation cycle in groundwater, and then it cannot be stopped.
No. It could spread for hundreds, maybe thousands of miles.
That is your goal, not mine. But I am not a soldier, and would not withstand strenuous interrogation well. No minor delay on my part will change what is to come. My colleagues are already preparing. Perhaps my cooperation will allow us to make a case for the good we are about to do, and convince you of our cause.
Impossible. We could never support something so abominable.
My colleagues have a laboratory hidden beneath the headquarters of my former employer, West Tech. We intend to correct the FEV's mistakes at their birthplace. Poetically appropriate, would you not agree?
Yes. If the doctor's associates are preparing to distribute the virus, we have to put our emotions aside here and get to them before they can. Blackburn's punishment, whatever its form, can wait until Appalachia is safe. Head to West Tech. Find and secure the entrance to this lab, and we'll follow behind.
I don't like this, Romani. We should be done with him here and now and level this laboratory. This is just like what Elder Maxim faced at Mariposa. Or have you forgotten?
Elder Maxon came to regret acting rashly there. Or have you forgotten?
If they've already begun producing the virus, blowing up the place could just help spread it. We'll need to be a bit more delicate than that.
Very well. If Blackburn is coming with us, I will be watching him. Perhaps he can provide leverage against his fellow lunatics.
If I can prevent further loss of life, I will.
Then it's decided. Initiate, head for West Tech. We've no time to lose. See you there.
getting antsy.
No need for that tone. I have not been away thus far, have
Enough shit. Let's catch up with our vanguard.
Attention, citizens. Nuclear strike imminent. Please exit the area at your earliest convenience. Thank you for your cooperation.
Everything under control, Initiate. Should we expect any further resistance?
I am not aware of the details of the defensive measures my colleagues may have taken. I would not, however, expect them to tolerate trespassers.
We should keep moving.
As you wish. I am your prisoner, after all. I have little choice in the matter. Dr. Farhar is nominally the head of their group, Headstrong, an old university colleague. Dr. Jane was a junior scientist at Westtech, brilliant but easily led. He shared my disgust at the Huntersville mistake. Nellie Wright, on the other hand, is Dr. Farhar's pet project. An adoptee of sorts. Very talented, despite her lack of formal schooling. A trap I conceived, prepared, and executed entirely while in your custody? You give me too much credit. Paranoia ill suits you. I have complied with your every demand.
And that is precisely what is so concerning.
Certainly.
Let's move out. Eyes open.
Edgar, who are these people? What happened to the guards?
The guards are dead, Dr. Farhar. This is the Brotherhood of Steel. I have been their guest since they discovered our project. Regrettably, they object to what we are doing.
We will not be intimidated. This facility is secure. You can't get to us. We will finish our work. This isn't the Huntersville strain. Dr. Blackburn has purified the virus of its considerable defects.
We've made something wonderful out of something horrible. We're helping people this time. Well, no, not as such, but...
Of course we have. Experimentation has identified the key flaws in the original strain. Iterative testing has pinpointed the defective genetic sequences, and we've corrected them in each case.
Of course not! What Westtech did was a terrible mistake. An affront to science. They didn't care who they hurt. And they did it just to see what happened. We're trying to help people. This will make people safe again.
Dr. Jane is enthusiastic, but it's true. We are not doing this just to satisfy our curiosity. We're advancing science itself. The cost doesn't matter. No offense to Dr. Jane, but West Tech wasn't doing science. They were only burning ants with a magnifying glass by comparison.
We've run the simulations. All three of us triple-checked the models and compared to prior experimental data.
We're confident in the formulation.
You know what they say? Human testing is the best testing. A large-scale release will provide a representative sample. Science needs vision, like Dr. Blackburn's, like ours. Let's not let testing hold us back.
Well, sure. It might seem hasty, but...
Don't be such a pushover, Janie.
No, wait. I've also had my doubts. Perhaps we should discuss this after all.
I can see you're troubled. You know what you're doing isn't right. Let's talk through this. We can come to an agreement.
I want to avoid violence. But that's always on the table, as long as you hold Dr. Blackburn hostage. Let him go. Please, let him go or we will cut off this negotiation and proceed with our plans.
I am afraid you will have to give in on this one. If you truly want to stop our distribution process, I advise you to listen to the doctor's entreaties. Allow me to explain. My colleagues could not stop production if they tried. It requires a code. I am the only one who knows the code. I set this plan in motion, and I am the only one who can stop it.
Is this true?
Edgar.
You'll have to forgive Dr. Farha. She did not know. I added this functionality to our distribution program. As insurance, you might say.
Boy, that's handy, huh?
So there you have it. I am willing to help you in exchange for sparing my colleagues' lives. But you will have to let me in there with them. Perhaps in the end, I am more willing to sacrifice the lives of strangers than friends and colleagues. I do not wish them to be harmed. My hypocrisy in this is only human. I assure you, I have only a peaceful resolution in mind.
We cannot seriously be considering this.
I don't like it either. But what other option do we have? If we do nothing, the outcome will be just as catastrophic.
Dr. Farha, please permit me inside as a sign of good faith from the Brotherhood. I am certain we can negotiate a peaceful resolution and perhaps preserve our work at the same time.
All right. I'm registering you for the security grid. Just you.
With your leave?
Don't make this worse.
This is a mistake.
Now that that is over with, Nellie, prep the test chamber. They want proof of our success. I will give it to them myself.
Edgar, wait!
I apologize for the deceit, but I cannot risk you undoing all we have accomplished. Soon you will understand that I was right.
Edgar, please. Let's talk about this.
You've signed your death warrant, Blackburn.
I will test the sample on myself and be proof of our achievement. Anything you do to me after does not matter. I'm going in. Ready the tag.
We should have executed him when we had the chance.
Now is not the time. We've got to find a way in quickly. There's no time to waste.
FEV flow ready, Doctor.
Initiate procedure. Code Session.
Initiating.
Please. All of you, this isn't right!
What's this? No. What's happening? This can't be. The figures were correct.
There are hazards everywhere. Monstrous end. Monstrous human being.
This is what happens when we let people play God. This proves more than anything the need for our brotherhood. The need for our justice.
The scientists are still locked upstairs. See what they have to say for themselves.
Edgar, I should have known. I did know. We weren't ready. I owe you an apology. Our work was a failure. Any good it might have done was a mirage. I knew it in my heart, but didn't listen. As a token of goodwill, I have used Edgar's code to stop production. We will not distribute the virus. I will make sure of that. But I will not simply let you in. There may be little I can do to stop you, but I will defend my colleagues in what little way I can. You've certainly been more diplomatic than I was expecting, given your organization's reputation. I do believe you have good intentions. I suppose we have no choice but to trust you now. The way is open.
Do you really think they've stopped production? This whole sob story sounds like a trap.
We can verify that once the area is secure and send for Scribe Valdez to double check. Until then, stay on your guard.
You've arrived. Please, hear me out. We are scientists. Our work is all we have to give to this broken world. We had truly hoped to give humanity a better way to fight back. Against the radiation, the mutants, the decay of civilization. We failed. But this doesn't have to be the end. There is so much good that we can still do, please. Spare us your wrath.
Why does it sound like you're giving up? We weren't that far off, just a tweak here or there.
If I may interrupt, I agree with everything Dr. Farha has to say. Despite how it looks, we are not evil people. We wish only to better humankind. Knowing that, what are your intentions with us? I hope that's not a threat.
The Brotherhood exists to keep humanity safe. And your work endangered everyone in Appalachia. If that failed virus had gotten out, countless people could have died. We can't allow you to continue experimenting.
Wait, Shin. It's clear that we can't just let them go. But their knowledge could be valuable to the Brotherhood and the people of Appalachia. Blackburn was the ringleader, but he's gone. We know nothing about the others, and of all people, you and I shouldn't fault anyone for trying to make a difference.
I can. And I will.
Is this still about back then? You can't forgive yourself for your own mistakes, so you refuse to forgive others too. When will you put that behind you?
This has nothing to do with that. There will be no more experiments. And they're too dangerous to keep prisoner.
Wait, you're really going to kill us?
Hold on. We're not killing anybody. We will bring them back to Fort Atlas and have Scribe Valdez monitor their work.
Have you lost your mind?
Think about it. This is exactly why the Brotherhood exists. To safeguard technology. I hate to admit it, but the Elders are right on this. We can't let them go, but we can't destroy what knowledge they have either.
A wise compromise. I'm willing to cooperate. You, the angry one. Consider the fact that universities are no longer operating. In a generation or two, there will be few, if any, people left in the world with a formal education.
How many dozens have you killed? Do you really think your life is worth more than theirs because of your education? We don't need your knowledge if you're deranged enough to resort to human experimentation.
Please! Stop this. Let us stop for a moment and talk to each other. There's still much that we haven't told you about our work. And we know little about your brotherhood. Perhaps we can find out more where our perspectives overlap.
Yes. Maybe some discussion will cool Shin's head. And no desire for this to come to blows.
Very well. You haven't said anything yet. Surely you have an opinion on this matter. By all means. We won't be going anywhere.
I urge you to reconsider. This was never meant to come to violence. I never intended to hurt anyone. Dr. Blackburn was in charge of procurement. He told us they were volunteers. It was only later that... But by then... Please understand, we were so close. It could have ended any day. And everything we did was for the greater good. We must carry forward what we learned, or all that sacrifice will have been for nothing. Dr. Farha may disagree, but I'd like to finish the FEV formula. We can implement new safety measures. Animal experiments only. Thorough waste disposal. We're so close to improving the human race as we know it. The world has changed, my friend. How are we to survive if we don't change with it? They are good people. Dr. Farah is quite strict, but it's because she cares. About Nellie particularly. The girl is unorthodox, but you can't fault her for it. We're all born differently into this world. And about Dr. Blackburn. Well, the world has lost a visionary intellect. It's a shame. A tragedy. Please don't let this work go to waste.
What questions do you have for me? Or has your party made a decision? We could focus the idea of human evolution into a more targeted formula. Say, a formula to increase muscle bulk, or to repel radiation. In fact, I hear serums of that sort may already be circulating among the survivors of the region. I'd like to study what they have created, and improve upon it. It went too far. And quite frankly, I regret bringing the others onto this project. By the time I figured out that Dr. Blackburn was experimenting on humans, Nellie and Dr. Jane had already become passionate about the project. I was unable to convince them to pull back. I stayed, in the hopes that my objections could save even one innocent person from being experimented on. There was no one interested in listening. I had to talk your superiors down first. The Brotherhood are a passionate sort, aren't they? Dr. Blackburn and Dr. Jane were my college associates. They didn't know each other at the time. I met Nellie when she broke through my window to search for scraps, as wasteland survivors do. She was more interested in my research notes than my leftovers, so I took her in. Taught her what I know. I'm responsible for the actions of...
I heard when the Brotherhood breaks down your door, they say, "Add victory. Hand over your arms." Is that true? How so? You either say it, or you don't, right? People are always saying things are complicated when they're not. Wrong. It's all wrong. We ran the models, but the models were wrong. I know exactly where to change the ratios to make this work. I can make it work. We just need one more chance. Don't run from science. Let us do this. Let us change the world. What about them? Is that any worse than being human? As Dr. Jane says, all life is sacred. You'd probably gun them down regardless, right? To improve the human race. If I was kidnapped for our experiments, I wouldn't mind. Most kidnappers do much worse. Oh, are you a licensed medical professional? Even if you are, it's pretty rude to make sudden, unwarranted diagnoses of people you just met. Okay, I guess. Janie and Farah? Well, I don't think anybody liked me before Farah, so I'm glad we're together. Janie worries too much. She's always asking, are we doing the right thing? Is this gonna work? You don't know until you try. Edgar was the most fun of all. Too bad he miscalculated. You're not really...
Those who commit crimes against humanity must be punished. It wouldn't be right to let them run free. Not to the people they killed, and not to the people they could kill in the future. The Brotherhood of Steel must protect the future of Appalachia. That is none of your concern.
How long do you intend to sweep it under the rug like nothing happened? You're torturing yourself, Shin, and they deserve to know.
Maybe so. But this is neither the time nor the place for this discussion.
Shin, you owe it to yourself to admit that you made a mistake. Stop crumbling under the guilt and just accept it.
For those I failed then, and those I failed since, for them, I have to do better. The raiders on the expedition route, Romani decided we would stay and fight them. But giving the order to distribute the weapons to the settlers there, it was my idea. I wanted to give them a chance. But I got them killed instead. The rocket launchers, the ones we found at the crater and Foundation. We had secured those weapons from a military facility with the intent of keeping them safe. Brotherhood hands only, but there was a town being attacked by raiders. I thought that equipping the townspeople would give them a better chance. It didn't work. The town was taken over, and the weapons fell into raider hands. It's my fault that happened. I vowed to never make a mistake like that again. Despite that vow, Initiate Norland still died on my watch. I can't let the past keep repeating itself. I can't give those scientists another chance to harm innocent people. There's nothing to get over. I acknowledge that I've made poor decisions then and now. That's why I'm making a better decision today. You have to see that keeping these criminals alive would be misguided and reckless. The outcome is more important than the intent. What I learned from that mistake was not to let my feelings blind me. Some things are a lost cause. Some chances are too dangerous to take, as much as we may want to believe otherwise. Then I hope you'll also take away the same lesson that I did. I don't see what other option there is. As I stated before, they're too dangerous to hold prisoner, so we either ignore the danger or eradicate it. Whether I'm being dogmatic or not is irrelevant. My goal is to find a solution to a threat, and I don't see you offering any other suggestions. This is bigger than all of us.
We need to come to an agreement. I won't stand for impulse. The scientists are to return to Fort Atlas with us and work alongside Scribe Valdez on a new project that we all agree upon. These are smart people. They just need to be pointed in the right direction. They could still do a lot for humanity. Our methods were cruel and wrong, but no one is beyond forgiveness. What matters is what they do from today onward. Let's give them a chance to make things right. Then we must stand up for what we believe. We will not allow Shin to create a hateful brotherhood which passes judgment. This is human life we're talking about. Haven't enough died already? I'm glad to hear you say that. Unfortunately, I'm afraid it may be a breaking point for Shin. Once he realizes his authority is respected, I suspect he'll run back to the Elders with his tail between his legs. This chapter of Brotherhood will become what it should be. With or without Shin. I hope you see what questions do you have for me? And what has the organization decided? I assure you will have our cooperation.
So that's it then. You and Romani will keep the mistakes of the past, and use these criminals build weapons of destruction. Set the world down path of chaos for your own gain. All while wearing Brotherhood's insignia on your chest.
The Brotherhood's mission is always to use power of science to guide us to a better world, rather than murdering minds and people will serve that mission, and we will do it without barbarians like you.
On that point, we agree. I refuse to serve an illegitimate branch of this institution. The Elders need to know about our failures. All of them. It will be my honor to get that word person. My best is to come with me. The ones I can trust.
Take them. There are plenty more willing recruits out there rather a helping hand than a killing blow.
You mean who'd rather cower behind the guise of altruism than take responsibility and make things right? It doesn't matter. Do as you will, Romani. The Elders will judge the outcome. Goodbye.
We are grateful. The work we do next could still change the world.
You go on ahead. I'll bring the scientists back to Fort Atlas, then we can discuss everything that's happened.
Any news to share?
Friends, initiates, faces new and old. It's good to see you today. I am proud to announce that the mutant threat has been cornered and removed. But it came with an unfortunate consequence. I'm sure you all know that relations between Shin and I have been strained for some time now. I'm afraid my leaving out his title is no mistake. Shin and his followers have decided to part ways with the Appalachian Brotherhood. I had every wish to work together with Shin on my mission, and still do. But he is no longer open to discussion. His loyalty to the Elders is unshaken. He would rescind his oath before besmirching the Brotherhood's name. Should he ever open his mind, I will be ready to listen. Now I have one more announcement to make. I'd like to recognize a particular initiate's exceptional contributions to our chapter. In most cases, this recognition would take the form of a standard rank increase. However, being a knight is a dedicated responsibility, and it's become quite clear to me that this initiate has obligations beyond just the Brotherhood of Steel. I won't take you away from Appalachia. As such, I'm granting you the unique title of Knight Errant. Why don't you come stand between Scribe Valdez and I, so I may officially confer your title? For exceptional contributions to the Appalachian Brotherhood of Steel, I hereby name you Knight Errant. You may split your time with the Brotherhood as you see fit. We are forever grateful for what you've done for us. Now everyone, feel free to take a short break before your next assignment. You've earned it.
Oh my gosh. What are we gonna do? Who's gonna handle everything? Who's gonna lead the recruits? What am I gonna do? Oh gosh. Okay, I think I'm alright. I don't do well with really big changes. I think I need some time to process this. I'm gonna sit down.
Congratulations on your promotion.
Really just happen? I knew things between the higher-ups were shaky, but I didn't think one of them would actually leave. Especially Knight Shin. I mean, it seemed like the Brotherhood was everything to him. Well, I guess things are going to change a bit around here.
Congratulations on your promotion, Knight Errant.
Oh, I agree wholeheartedly. Look forward to it, even. Whatever reorganization we need to do, I'm sure it'll shake out into something even better than what we've got right now. Paladin Romani is the leader I want to follow.
Knight Errant, it's been an honor.
Anyway, I'm gonna get back to it. See you around, Knight Errant.
We owe this victory
So,
to you, Knight Errant.
Knight Shin is gone. I can't believe it. I wanted to be optimistic about their conflict, right up until the end. But the more I think about it, the more I feel like maybe this was inevitable. If only there was more I could have done. Well, both of them would die for their beliefs. At least this way, they can pursue those beliefs separately. rather than killing each other over them. Well, that's going a bit far, isn't it? But it's a very nice thing to say. Thank you. Things are gonna get a lot looser around here. Paladin Romani never believed in strict regulations. She's going to focus on recruitment and outreach. Well, if she can find the time. I'm going to keep doing my job. With one officer down, there's going to be a lot of slack to pick up. There's still a lot more I'd like to see out there, but right now, I need to support the Brotherhood. Don't mention it. As the resident scribe, it's my job to keep things functioning around here. Until next time.
How does your new title feel? Flouting decorum, are we? You're lucky I'm into that. And yes, I have noticed you. Now, we can start making the Brotherhood the benevolent organization I always wanted it to be. Our focus has to be helping the people of Appalachia. Reaching out a hand and making them feel safe. This is a new dawn. Be proud that you were a part of it. I'm disappointed Shin would turn his back on us, but it's certainly better than the alternative. There were times I truly wondered what I would do if it came to it. If Shin pointed his gun at me, I know what I would do. So I'm grateful he didn't make me do it. Take your time. You're a topic of celebration today. I'm sure they want to talk to you as well.
Congratulations on your promotion, Knight Errant.
We owe this victory to you, Knight Errant.
Knight Errant.
Knight
It's
Errant.
been an honor
It's been an honor to serve with you.
Congratulations on your promotion, Knight Errant.
Our work is progressing well. Thank you for giving us the opportunity to move forward.
I'd tell you what we're working on, but you wouldn't understand it.
You must believe that we only wanted to help. That we still do.
Word for me with Paladin Romani? He can be really lonely at times. I miss her a lot. Maybe when I'm older, I'll be able to visit her. Hopefully the Brotherhood and Raiders will have stopped fighting by then. My name is Maximo, but you can call me Max for short. My big sister Marcia used to live here with me in the Brotherhood, but she's gone now. Well, the town we lived in got attacked by raiders and our mother was killed. But luckily, the Brotherhood of Steel was there and they saved us. Since we didn't really have anyone anymore, Paladin Romani had us come along with them. I can't wait to become a member and fight off bad guys like they do. I'll make sure no one ever has to die again. They're heroes! The Brotherhood is gonna save humanity and help make the world a better place. They saved my sister and me and a bunch of other people along the way. Plus, the power armor they get to wear is so cool! Oh yeah! It's a lot of fun living in the Brotherhood of Steel base. I kinda wish there were more kids my age to play with, but it's okay. The less distractions from my training, the better. I'm gonna become the best Brotherhood of Steel member that Paladin Romani has ever seen. Whatever you want. Sure, I'd be happy to talk about them. I mean, they're my heroes. All the time. He was supposed to see me become a knight, just like him. Now we'll never charge into battle together wearing matching power armor. Why didn't they both come back anyway? I thought the Brotherhood chain was unbreakable. But it's their duty to work together. Marcia and I didn't agree either. Maybe that's why she left. She's the leader of the Brotherhood, and I'm gonna try my best to impress her so that she makes me an initiate one day. It was Paladin Romani's idea to let us stay here with them, and I'm so happy that she did. No way! I can't get the proper training I need to become a Brotherhood of Steel Knight there. I need the best combat training there is, and that's here. Speaking of, I wonder if Knight Shin is busy right now. Oh, absolutely! She cares a lot about saving people and stopping bad guys. She's a real-life hero. Okay. Odessa is the best! She's super smart and is always saying stuff that I don't really understand, but I'm gonna study really hard. And sometimes when the others aren't around, we play hide and seek around the fort. She told me I could because we're friends. Just like how you can call me Max instead of Maximo. Although, when I'm a knight, I would prefer if you called me Knight Max. Nah, I want to be a knight like Shin so I can wear power armor and use cool weapons. If I was to be a scribe, though, I would want to be just like Odessa. Okay. Sounds good to me. Stay safe out there.
Enjoying the hors d'oeuvres? Don't be a stranger. There will always be a place for you at Fort Atlas. At Victorium.
You're doing great.
We owe this victory to you, Knight Errant.
Knight Errant,
it's
been an honor to serve with you.
Congratulations on your promotion, Knight Errant.
We owe this victory to you, Knight Errant.
Congratulations on your promotion, Knight Errant.
Dr. Hardy, everyone. Okay, you got this. Why did I say that? Initiate Houston, reporting for duty.